Folks, yesterday, in fact, last night, probably approximately 13 hours ago, I watched a movie. And that's right, we're back in the Cageverse. I'm trying to review every Nicolas Cage movie ever. And it's going to be pretty rough because he makes like 10 movies a year. So it's going to, not only do I got a backlog, but then also I'm going to have to keep up with this one. So this is another Cager I am reviewing, and I watched it last night, called Running with the Devil. It also features Lawrence Fishburne and some other folks in the film. So, it's a good movie. I mean, I like the style of it. Like the first hour, I think is better than the second. I guess the first half, I should say, because it's like under 40 minutes, so it's not 2 hours. But the first half is better than the second half, in my opinion. It has like a really slow start. It introduces the characters with some pretty good scenes. Like I like the cinematography. I like the music montages. And so, it's pretty good. But this, so the whole plot is basically it follows, like drug runners from Colombia all the way up to Vancouver, Canada. And Nicolas Cage is like a QC guy. Like he follows them along the whole pathway to try to find out like who's like ripping off the boss or whatever, basically. And then he finds out, spoiler alert, by the way, if you want to go watch the movie and then watch this later, now's your chance. Do it now. Turn it off. I'm going to give you 5 more fucking, not even seconds, because I'm moving these faster than a second. Okay, so Lawrence Fishburne's the guy who's ripping them off. So then, so they're buddies, up until Nick Cage realizes that it's Lawrence Fishburne ripping them off. And then it's like, there's like kind of like psychological warfare a little bit. And there's like fake deaths. And then, they both end up dying. And that's the kind of like... That's like the kind of point of the movie that I enjoyed. I like the message of the movie is that like when you deal with drugs, you end up dying. But also the message at the end is also that the drug war is pointless because they've got, oh, look at this motherfucker in the chat. Oh, another drug movie. Yawn. Yeah, it's a drug movie with Nicolas fucking Cage, motherfucker. It's goddamn Nick Cage. Yeah, it's about drugs. Also, drugs are cool, and Nick Cage is cool. Fuck you, okay? We're talking about Nick Cage here. The point of the movie is everyone dies. That's correct. But also you have like one of the cop characters that's like, basically admitting that the drug war is a bunch of made up garbage, which I like that message. Because the drug war is made up garbage. Think about it. Think about this. Like, think about how ridiculous it is. I'm getting political here in my Nick Cage movie review. But think about how ridiculous it is, okay? So people will literally risk their lives and also kill each other. Like there's rival gangs and there's, they will risk their lives and kill each other to bring a drug across the hemisphere, right? And evade law enforcement and risk and again, potentially get locked in a cage, for, over drugs, right? And cops they will kill people over drugs. They will like send people to cages forever over drugs. What's the fucking point? Like, I'm sorry, like I'm getting political here, and I'm going to talk about this when it comes to every drug movie I ever review ever, because drugs, like first of all, drugs are, hey, don't do drugs at home. I'm saying I advocate for the decriminalization of all drugs. There should be no law enforcement agencies that revolve around controlling substances. The 1970 Controlled Substances Act, which was signed into law by Richard Nixon, was founded on the idea that they criminalized drugs that were being used by populations that they did not like. They said that they wanted to target, quote, the blacks and the hippies. The anti-war movement and black people were the primary targets of the drug war. So again, all it does is it creates a black market so that instead of going to court over disputes, you get shot in the fucking street over disputes. It creates this fucking weird agency of law enforcement that doesn't need to exist. It employs people to do nothing but harm society, and all it does is create a fucking shitty fucking feedback loop of garbage. But anyway, so watch this movie. It's got Nick Cage. It's enjoyable. I like the cinematography in it. Nick Cage's character is interesting. He makes it a pizza. He makes it a pasta. That's, he makes it, the good stuff. And so that's pretty good. And then you got Lawrence Fishburne. He's got like the gun there, because I don't even know if he ever holds a gun in that capacity in the movie. But for the poster, he's got the gun. He's looking cool. He's looking rad. He's the man, bro. But anyway, watch this movie. It's got Nick Cage, and that's all I got to say. That's it. That's the review. It was good. It was enjoyable.